Do I have to be in person in Utah to buy a home?
That's what we're talking about today.
Cue ginger beer.
Now it's on something a little bit more pleasant.
No,
That's pleasant.
You were in Mexico.
I was in Cancun, first time ever. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, but and you sent me the property.
Yeah.
But let's say I was moving on that property and I was still in Cancun. How, the what, the huh? I want to see it.
Yeah. Because we're really up to date on today's technology and comfortable using it, we can FaceTime you while you're down in Mexico. Mm-hmm. Go over the property. We could go walk through the property for you while we're on FaceTime.
No, I've seen a property that you listed, and like it's like Google Earth, and I walked all the way through the property.
It's a top tier 3D tour where you can actually go and measure on that app, and you can see if your couch is going to fit on that wall.
Yeah.
You can get
Down
all
to the
that
millimeter.
description. Yes.
Yeah, it
all
is
the way
super
down.
accurate.
I just loved it because the spacing, like a lot of you get a picture and you can't tell like how big that space is. Even sometimes when I've walked in a property and I thought, well, I'm going to put myself here and something, and I moved into that property and I was like, my sofa's huge in this spot. I had totally sized wrong, but like I really got the feel of the property because I walked through the property and went back into the video and walked through in the video and like, yeah, I like the feel of this.
Yeah, so
Colors
check out
were
the
true.
example of the Matterport tour we'll post. And then you can take a look at that. You can get a top view. You can do a
the
dollhouse effect.
That's the other thing I was going to say.
That's the one that's awesome because you
Yeah.
can spin it around, pick
look
where
at
you
it.
want.
Well, because they get the pictures on the MLS, and you're like, well, there's a living room, and I think that's the kitchen off to the side.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I think I got a feel of this, but like, what?
Yeah.
But like, you see the dollhouse, and you're like, oh, like, there's the entry, there's the kitchen,
Yeah.
there's the family room.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring my groceries in. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to go to my bedroom.
And then if you're like, hey, I like that Matterport, let's go take a look at it further. We'll drive down there, call you up on a video chat, and we'll walk through the home, and you're like, oh, hey, what color is this? How does that look? And then we can point out even like, hey, Jason, I don't like this because of this. Or, hey, look, this big crack over here that we missed. Or, I don't like the neighborhood for what the property that you're looking for, and I'm putting my eyes on it. So the communication is a very real thing by doing it out of state. But it's not something that we're afraid of at all because of the technology and how we use it.
Speaking of communication, that's a big deal. I mean, getting the tour done, that's a huge part of evaluating our property. But what about signing a buyer-broker agreement? What about signing a real estate purchase contract? All of those things. We have technology that allows us to, we don't need a wet signature. We can have a digital signature that you can be in Cancun or Australia or anywhere else. And you can sign those documents and get them all ready to go. And we also have, I mean, there's the communication you talked about, going back and forth with the tour. There's also, like, we'll get your inspector lined up for you. We'll get, we'll talk to any professionals that you need to evaluate the property. We can bring in all of those people. We have those connections. So you literally don't even have to be in the same city, and you can still get real value out of us.
You get a
going around
copy of the
working for
inspection report. You get a copy of everything. Let me know which restaurants are close.
Yeah, exactly. We'll tell you. Yeah, we'll give you the Google Earth of you're this far away from this restaurant. Or actually, one of the homes that we just listed down in Spanish Fork, we looked at it and we realized, oh well, what's the Grubhub delivery? That was important to our buyer, and so the Grubhub and Dine and Dash, or what is it called? DoorDash, not Dine and Dash. The DoorDash and Grubhub, the delivery area was important to my buyer, and so we looked at that and we figured out where that was, and we just sent them an overlay map that said, hey, this is where you can get delivery here from all of these different restaurants, and they looked in that range and saw everything they needed.
Yeah, you can take an entire transaction from start to finish and never put your foot in the home. It gets a little bit more complicated when it gets to the actual settlement and
I can
signing.
take care of that really well too.
Oh, you can?
I've got one right now. Clients in Texas.
Yeah.
They've never been to Utah. Never met them. They're on base. So did everything online. Verified the identity with driver's license. Lined that up. Title's actually going to email her documents, print them there, on-base notary is going to have them signed and sent back.
Awesome.
Well, and even speaking on that side, I mean, that's on the buyer side. But say you're wanting to list your home, but you travel or you have multiple properties. We did one a little bit ago for an investor where they were in Florida, and we took care of everything for them. We made sure that the house cleaners came. We made sure that the carpets got cleaned. We made sure the whole 9 yards as far as the HOA being taken care of all the way up. And they were gone. I mean, they never came. They never even came back.
All the way to settlement. Like, we actually got those documents. That one had to have a wet signature for a different reason, but we actually got those documents sent out to their location. Had a courier drop them off location. They signed them. Courier picked them up, went back. Courier was a notary, and so got it all stamped, finished, and they
overnighted them back to the title company, and their money got wired to their bank. I mean, it is good. So that's one thing that we wanted to make sure that you guys knew, that if you have friends that are wanting to move here from out of state, they don't have to be here and take time off of work of weeks on end to come try to find a place. Find agents who are comfortable doing that and who know how to do that with a lender and agents and title companies. We have all that team set up to where we can do that comfortably and efficiently and make the transaction a smooth process.
All right, guys, what did we learn today?
3D tours are awesome and accurate.
All the communication, we do video chat. We don't even have to talk or text. We can do face-to-face.
And everything can be done from a distance, either digitally or using technology.